In this video, we will look at the application of conditional statements in MATLAB. In any programming language, the tool that we use for conditional statement is called ifelse. Before we get into the specifics of how ifelse statement is applied in MATLAB, let's take a look at a problem that requires the conditional statements for its solution. So I'm going to show you a flowchart. This flowchart, as you could see, is calculating the grade of a student given a particular score that they have received. So let's go through this chart here, and you could see that the score that is provided as an input is 85. Now we have to determine what is the grade of the student. So if the score is greater than or equal to 90, the student has received the letter grade A. If that condition is not true, then we will have to see if the student has received 80 or higher, and hence it will be the grade that will be awarded would be B. And similarly, we go down the list to C, D, and F. So now we need to go ahead and apply this algorithm into MATLAB. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the MATLAB tool here. So first thing I want to do is I want to open a new function, and the header of the program is provided there. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the information. So that's going to be letter grade. Output is letter grade. The input is score that the student has received, and let me call this program LG, just letter grade for short. So now I'm going to go ahead and place the different conditions here. So the first thing I want to look for is if the student has received an A grade. So for that I will use the conditions. So I'll say if score is greater than or equal to 90, then the letter grade is going to be an A grade. Okay, now I need to provide the second condition, and I will use the else if statement there. And if the score is greater than or equal to 80 and the score is less than 90, so basically the score has to be between 80 and 90 in order for us to award the student with a letter grade of B. Okay, so go ahead and provide the B grade there. So I went ahead and typed in rest of the conditions for the other grades C, D, and F, and you will notice that for the default case I'm using the else. So if all the conditions that I'm looking for have been accounted for, and at that point I can use the default condition else, where every other score is going to be resulting in a grade of F. So I don't need to evaluate the difference between somebody scoring between 30 and 40 or 20 and 30 or 50 and 60. So everything else that is going to be less than 60 is going to be awarded a grade of F. So I'm going to go ahead and save this file. And now you could see that the file is stored in my current folder, so I can go ahead and run this function now. I'm just going to minimize the editor window there, and I'll run this code. So and I want to test the score for, let's say, somebody receiving a 65. Okay, so you see the letter grade is D there. If somebody scored 95 on their test, they got a letter grade of A.